Hello, it's LT and the beautiful TL.
That's fun.
Thank you. Bands and clubs of the Triangle. Love Local Music with Us on a website right there. And Love Local Music with Us, also a Facebook group, I guess is the official, but both on Facebook, Bands and Clubs of the Triangle. And also you'll find us on Instagram under
Bands and Clubs of the Triangle.
Hey, we're celebrating our 10th anniversary, 10 plus. And we're so excited to come to you and share. We are looking forward to this weekend. Now, we got a couple of big weekends coming up. We've been talking about it. But gosh, we are excited about, I'm going back for a little history lesson here.
Okay.
As I started Bands and Clubs of the Triangle 10 years ago, I was living in Cary at the time. And just my immediate background was Cary. And it was a lot easier. But building some relationships and sharing some music. And in fact, I lived behind, or the neighborhood behind, the former West Park Tavern, and started there and was doing a lot of videos in West Park Tavern, but also the weekly video. I was actually using their parking lot to, it was another grocery store, I think, at that time, Kroger probably. And
come on, get to the point.
That was 10 years, but West Park Tavern, Doherty's in Cary.
Yes.
And in the Triangle too was, of course, Tony's. And let's think about it. 10 years later, who's left? The only one that's left and Doherty's doing a great job for this celebration this Saturday, and this party celebrating 10 years, the 10th anniversary of Doherty's in Cary.
It is.
Yes.
10 years, just kind of like us, right?
They've done well, and they're growing. Doherty's and Apex a couple years ago. And just I think of some of the favorites, and I won't do good here, but of course, they're famous fish and chips. Not a dish that I die for, I look for, but gosh, once I tried it, it became one of my favorites at Doherty's. And I think about, at one time it was meatloaf. I really enjoyed the meatloaf. And you've had a cranberry dish.
It was a pork with a cranberry glaze over it that was out of
Yes.
sight. But Doherty's is more than just food.
Oh yes.
And the fun bar
Yes.
atmosphere. Doherty's is also known over the years for having great
Outdoor
parking lot music. We have been there many times over the years.
Yes,
and we are excited to go back this weekend.
That's right. And I think of pre-COVID, one of the last music events.
It was.
Walking into that period, whatever it was, 3 weeks of complete shutdown.
Absolutely.
One of the last music events was a Doherty's party.
Outdoor event.
And it's this timing. I think they did it a couple weeks ago in Apex, but we're about halfway, or been at the halfway point for the celebration of course, St. Patty's Day.
Right.
But yes, one of the last ones, and then the shutdown occurred. So Doherty's just special meaning to Cary and all around the Triangle. But there's a little history right there. But this Saturday, a couple of bands, a night party, and gosh, looks like we're looking at good weather as far as not raining, and got all that out of the way last weekend and before. But yes, it starts at 3 p.m. and the first band is Vertigo. That's Cheryl and band.
Or as I like to say it, Cheryl and the boys.
Yes.
And they added a new bass player recently too.
Yes, brings lots of energy, brings lots of fun, and Cheryl and band, Vertigo.
Yes.
So they can kick off the party at Doherty's, their 10th anniversary, 10th, celebrating 10 years. And then
they're starting at 3, and then at 5 we have
the Chris Brothers. Chris Brothers.
And then at 7 we have the band Mike Mixer Band, if you will.
And I could think that many bands at Doherty's are a tradition, but Mike Mixer comes to mind, has performed a lot in that parking lot and inside. Mike Mixer Band, of course, Mike Davis.
Mike Davis is Mike Mixer, but Mike Mixer is the band.
A variety. He does Elvis. He does everything. He does contemporary. He does country, doesn't he? He does country. He does country.
So he's starting at 7, and then we have. Can I do it?
Oh, yeah, of course you can. And then a couple hours of Mike Mixer and a small break just to get inside. Who we got?
At 10 o'clock, we've got DJ George.
DJ George.
Whom we love, such a good friend of local music. I just had to say it that way because when you and I first started dating 5 years ago, that's just how I said his name, DJ George. So it's just become like a little fun thing, and we appreciate all he does around. And you can find him at Doherty's. And which location is this? At the Cary location,
This is
correct?
the Cary. This is the daddy of it all, Cary.
Where it all started 10 years ago.
Doherty's Irish Pub. Maybe you'll get the phone, but yeah, DJ George. He'd be a tradition too. He'd be tradition too for lots of parties and lots of. I think about coming up. He's probably coming back for the big Halloween party at the end of the month with Doherty's. And you'll get back in here. But hey, like this video, share it, but plan well. You might bring an outside chair to Doherty's on Saturday at 3 p.m. And they've mastered it again. All this is possible, probably music and all the extra stuff that happens at Doherty's, because they do such a good job with food in the restaurant. Food in the restaurant.
So good.
And they have mastered this in terms of outdoor festival and so forth. It's something like this. You might walk to a Hostess, look at the menu, put your order in for food. They may give you a beeper, beeper for the food when it's ready. They go back up there, get it. And it's all packaged as to go, and you can enjoy it right there in the setting of music, bands, and the celebration. Gosh, congratulations. 10 years. 10 years for anybody is great. And when you're in the food business, bar business, music business, we think it's an accomplishment. And thank you to Sammy and his wonderful team that he has put together that works hard. And in the description here, it has been a wild ride for Doherty's to be at where they are for 10 years. And of course, in the last couple of years, all restaurants have gone through a lot. But thank you, Sammy, and thank you for your team and the hard work during the pandemic and everywhere. But we're going to celebrate. We're going to have a party at Doherty's Irish Pub in Cary this Saturday. You be there. 2 bands, Vertigo, Mike Mixer, Chris Brothers, in between, and
DJ George, running it out at 10 o'clock. We hope to see you there.
Hey, we'll talk to you later.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.